as the ESC system warning light. ESC, yeah, warning light. If I try to turn it on now, it just doesn't turn. The engine light is flashing. Everything turns on as far as the electrical, but just not the car.
Okay, so it doesn't even crank over at all, right?
No.
And does it click when you try to start it?
Yeah, kind of like.
It doesn't sound like the battery's the issue. It sounds like we have a more complex issue than the battery, unfortunately. You could just try to either test or jump the battery just in case. But I think what's going on is I think we have a malfunctioning computer on board the vehicle, or something is affecting the communication circuits between all of the modules or the computers on board because of a failed computer. So there are multiple computers on this vehicle. And of course, without anybody being there or myself being there running some tests, I can't tell you which computer has gone bad. But you're right. If the gauges aren't even reading accurate and the battery isn't the problem, we have a and it's not cranking over. We have a serious electrical issue going on with the vehicle. So you could check the fuses if you want and check the battery. That wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think we have one of these modules. I think have basically just locked up. So you have your totally integrated power distribution module, which is basically your fuse box. You have your PCM. You have, the list goes on. There might be like a keyless ignition node, and there's a bunch of them. But anyway, what you could try to do is before you call a tow truck or before you call a mechanic, like a mobile mechanic, to come out and take a look at it, really somebody should plug into the computer system to check for codes to see what's going on and see what computers are communicating. But if you want to try this, you could disconnect the battery cables from the battery and rub the cables together for 5 minutes. That will discharge the capacitors in all of the modules on board the vehicle, and it might allow the engine to start and run. Maybe. Okay? Now, if you have an auxiliary battery on this vehicle, you're going to have to disconnect those battery cables at the same time. All right, I believe you might. You'll have to double check your owner's manual. It's pretty new, but at 20, I think the earlier ones had. What it does? Okay. All right.
It's a 2021, so I don't know.
Okay, I gotcha. But that's the only thing I could think of. Other than that, I think you're gonna have to call a tow or a mobile mechanic to come out and take a look at it. How long have you had the vehicle?
I bought it brand new.
Okay, and it's never done this before?
No, but just over the last week or so, it's been doing that coolant thing where the coolant is high, temperature is high, and
okay.
the car just doesn't want to start, or it sputters and kind of takes its time to start. Then it'll start. And I looked on the forum last night, and it seems to be a common thing with the Jeep Compasses.
It is, yep.
And yeah, and they said that according to the people on the forum that when they take it to the dealer, they just don't know how to resolve the issue. So they want to get it. There's this ongoing report that people they provided a link to submit the issue so it can be listed as a recall issue.
Yep.
Because it's not. No one knows how to fix it. They just do a bunch of work, but nobody fixes the issue.
Right. They don't want to get to the bottom of it.
I
Yeah.
submitted that to show that I'm having the issue too.
Okay.
But that's why I was like, I don't know if I want to go to the mechanic and to Jeep if no one knows what it is.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So really, somebody needs to plug into the computer system and check for codes. That would be the very first thing that needs to be done. So without even being there, obviously myself, it's hard for me to say what's going on. I've seen this only a handful of times, and each time, of course, it was different. But there's going to be a code in the computer system that's going to help us resolve the issue. So if you get that code, what you can do is you can just reply back online, and I'll be happy to help.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my father-in-law is a master mechanic, but he's not. I don't want to bother anyone right now. So I'm let me try to figure this out on my own.
Sure.
and he has a machine, so I guess I could call him.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Call in a favor. But yeah, I'll definitely write back and let you know because I just want to know for myself and figure this out.
Yeah,
okay,
that sounds good.
With that.
Okay. Well, good luck, and let me know what codes are in the computer. And once if you're plugged into the computer system, check to see if all of the computers on board the vehicle are communicating, and then we'll have to write down which ones are not communicating and go from there. And again, you can always do the battery disconnect procedure, and you might get lucky. So if you can do those basic tests and just reply back online, that'd be great.
And you said the battery procedure was to disconnect the two cables and rub them together?
You got it.
Wow, okay. That sounds so scary. Okay.
But again, if you have an auxiliary battery, you'll have to disconnect that battery at the same time as well, okay?
The what battery?
The secondary, if you have a secondary battery.
I have a secondary. Okay. I don't think I do, but okay. All right, I will double check that. Thank you, and I will let you know what happened here.
All right, sounds good. Good luck, okay?
All right, thank you.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.